Okay. Good afternoon. This is Dale Lamb, Gardner Webb. I want to cover some intern materials. I will be acting as your clinical coach for the duration that you're in the program at Gardner Webb. Welcome. Let me briefly explain the clinical coach concept. You will have an instructor each of the semesters that you're in the program. You will have a blackboard shell with them with all of your work that's due to them in terms of classwork and evidence artifact work. You will also have a shell with me so that when you go into Blackboard, as you can see on the screen now where it says my courses, if you are, this is going to load and I'll have to move it out of the way. Hold 1 second. Get it to move. All right, there we go. All right. So when you open up, you're going to see MELS 601, which is the class that you're in now. You should see another course that you're registered for this semester, and that will either be MELS 697 or MELS 698. Now, the difference in the two is this. The 697 is if you're a 5-semester getting your master's degree plus license, you're in 697 internship. Okay, let me get this out of the way here. If you are a add-on licensure person, whether you're in the 5-semester add-on licensure or whether you're in the 3-semester add-on licensure, doesn't matter, you're a 698 intern. All right, so let's make sure you understand that you know where you are. If you can open up Blackboard, because you're mine, you should be in there. If you're not, you will be this week. Please remember that they took Banner down Friday morning because of technical issues. We may be delayed. We may be delayed. Hold 1 second. I'm online in class. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm sorry. I have to take those calls. All right. So has the second course shown up for anybody in Blackboard yet on the opening page when you open it up?
I've always seen it, Dr. Lamb, and it says MEL 697, OPay executive leadership. Executive leader internship, but it says no instructor.
Okay, very good. All right.
That's what mine says.
If you click on that, 697, if you click on that, does it go to the next page?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. So your page, mine will load too. Okay. Does yours look like mine?
No.
No. It's saying something about spring 2017, the enrollment verification activity.
It's
that's
empty.
the first thing that you'll have. Is this one like this?
No.
I can face my laptop. Can you see that?
No.
Okay. So you haven't actually been added into my course yet. That's okay. That's why I said the course is built. As you can see on my screen, I have built your internship course, but you probably won't be added in there till the first of the week. Again, Banner, which is the main database program for the college, crashed Thursday night. They had to take it down Friday morning. I was hoping it would be up and running by today. I got a call from Dr. Stedman. He says his is not up and running yet. Mine is because I'm full-time faculty. But even the adjunct professors, theirs aren't running yet. So in a day or two, it will be up. So that's good, but at least the course shell is there. You will be able to access the information. So I'm going to show you today for $6.99 what is there. So the first thing you will see if you look at my screen is you'll see my information. That's my Gardner Webb email address. The private account I have set up for students, which is a Yahoo account. So if and when Gardner Webb email won't work for you, you can use my Yahoo address to get in touch with me. I carry a droid with me all the time. I will get right back to you. I will take calls. Now, I am a full-time professor on campus. I'm in Lindsay Hall. There is my number there. I'm rarely there because I supervise not only you, but I supervise all interns. So I'm on the road 3 days a week supervising interns, either mine or somebody else.
Oh, Lord. What happened?
So you would be better to send me an email or call me than to try to call my office number because I am rarely there.
Okay.
2 days that I'm on campus, I'm rarely in my office. All right, so but I am available to come and see you. So there's my information. That will be on the front page. All right, now you will click on the semester that you're in, which is MELS 601 semester 1. That would be you. When you click on that, I have some items for you. Blackboard is very slow today. All right, so I have a sample syllabus. It's not mine. Obviously, I'm not teaching you in 601, but if you have questions or you can't locate your syllabus for the class you're in, I have an example one here that has all your Zoom type stuff in it. I think this is actually Dr. Bowen's syllabus, but it's similar to yours. I have the Site Mentor Handbook. You need to review that before I come out to visit your school. You need to review that with your site mentor, which is either your principal or assistant principal. I also have the MELS handbook in there. Now, I have 5 drop boxes for your app cell. If you would like for me to review your work, now it's going to be reviewed by your instructor. It's going to be peer reviewed by your colleagues. But if you would like for me to see it, especially if you're being given negative feedback and you don't know how to fix what they're telling you needs to be fixed, I have a drop box for you to put it in. I check this twice a day. You can drop it in there and I will look at it and I will tell you what needs to be fixed. Now, I'm not the expert, but I've had over 500 interns and all mine get through. So if you want to know how to get through, I can tell you what to do to fix your evidence artifact work to get it through. So if you need me if you're having problems and you want some help, this is where you go to get help from me. If your instructor says, I don't like this, or your colleagues say, I don't like that, this is the place for you to go. Drop it in there. For me, I'll get notified in Blackboard and I'll check it that day and I'll get back to you as in that comment board. I'll be able to tell you what to do to fix it. So it's a very important function. So if you're struggling with your evidence artifacts, I am available to help you. I am your resource person in that area. So that will be under your internship shell 697. All the handbooks are here. If you would like some of maybe your intern colleagues to peer review your work, there's a box where you can put it in where you can maybe get some more student feedback. Now, you're going to get student feedback in your class, but if you don't feel like you're getting what you need and you would like this group of people to look at your work, you have that option too. I don't care how you learn, I just care that. So if you need comments from me, if you need direction from me, if you think other people might could give you direction because they speak the same language or maybe hold the same frustrations that you do. The good part about this one is this is people who aren't in your class, but who are in the same course as you. They may have a different perspective. They may have learned something in their class that could help you, but I'm not even aware of. So I have 2 places here under MELS 601 semester 1 where you can get help from me. I have a discussion board peer review where you can get help from other interns that are in other classes than you are. Maybe they can help you. There is no grade in internship in terms of that. You don't put work in here for a grade. This is your place to get help and support.
Gotcha.
That's what this is for, and for an easy way to communicate with me, and we have a record of that communication and what we're working on. And each time I go back in, I can see what we're doing and what we've been doing, and that catches me up to speed faster to know what level of access you have. Most of the problems you're going to have with your evidence artifact is based on your lack of access to that on your campus. Everybody doesn't have a job where they're free all day. Some people are down in the gym teaching all day. They don't have a lot of level of access. And I can help you with access issues, get information and data to write about. So, those are the kinds of things that I can help you with, or maybe others could help you with. So that's what this shell is for help. Again, hopefully you'll be in there very soon after tomorrow or the next day. When you click on your 697 link, you'll see what's in there for you. Now, if you're an add-on licensure person, rather than being in 697, you will be in 698. But it has the same help format for you in 698. Pull that one up right fast. If you're an add-on licensure person, it says licensure only cohort. What you will have, and I have it split, whether you're a 3-semester add-on or a 5-semester add-on. I have boxes over here on the left as soon as it loads. Again, it is barely working today. All right. So on both of them, I'll have Zoom video links. Like today, I'll send you a link by email where you can rewatch this video. I'll also post all videos that we do and any other videos that the college puts out, or Dr. Hamilton or Dr. Neal puts out. I'll post them here too, so you can go back and find your links. There's a video link on the 697 shell. There's one on the 698. And again, I have split it. So if you're a 5-semester program, here will be your box for 601. And if you're a 3-semester, here's your box for 601. And those boxes will contain the same information. There's also a discussion board peer review function for you. So now, like say for my interns that are now in 602, like Pauline that I visited in Raleigh last week, she gets the same thing that you do. She gets to put her stuff in for peer review if she thinks that'll help, but she can also put it in for me to review it. And so the MELS 601 people for the 5-semester program, there shouldn't be any of those, but if there are, the same information will be there for them. So again, the internship shell is just a help shell. It's a place that I'm available all the time, except for 4 hours a day. I am not available from 12:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. But other than that, I'm available. I have to sleep a little bit, but
I know that's right.
you may get a crazy email from me once in a while when you email me that says tonight driving. What that means is I'll get back to you tonight. I'm driving to a site right now, and they won't let me text and drive anymore. So I'll pull over and send you a brief email. It tells you when I'll get back to you, and the reason why I can't take your email, or can't get back with you right now. But I'll get back to you that day. I work on 424. I will get back with you within 4 hours, no matter what part of the state I'm in, and we will have your issue resolved in 24 hours. What I find is students get behind because they don't get feedback critically and quickly. They just get feedback that says good. Well, what does good mean? I'll tell you what you need to do. If you need direction, I'll give you direction. All right. So that is your Blackboard shell. Now, along with the crash of at the end of last week for Banner also loads task stream, unfortunately. So I know that you can't get into your task stream shell yet. Again, I was planning for, when I scheduled this meeting, I was planning for both Blackboard and task stream to be up and running. It was supposed to be done by Friday, but it crashed Thursday night. So I'm sure you can't get into task stream. That's coming Monday or Tuesday also, as soon as they get everything fixed again. They're even working today. So let's talk about
Dr. Lamb.
task stream. I'll stop now for questions before we move to task stream.
Dr. Lamb.
Yes.
Now I was able to get on task stream on Friday, sign in and log in. So
Excellent.
I'm up and running.
Excellent. I don't think everybody was, but some were. That's why I said it crashed Thursday night and it crashed Banner. And so if they had gotten to you, you may be able to get into task stream. If you have, wow, great. But everybody might not be in yet. But if you are, good. So you'll be able to follow along with me. Now, I have a request, and this is just a personal for me. this is for everybody. Write your username and password down for TaskStream and either have it tattooed on your body somewhere or carried on your person at all times. One of the things that we make the mistake of doing is just saving it in the password on whatever computer we're using. And about half the time when I go out and visit people, they can't find their username and password for TaskStream. But they're not using the same computer. Another thing, I know this program is expensive. I get that. But $300 well spent would be buying you what I call road dog laptop that you only do your graduate work on. And you save everything on the hard drive and you spend $8 or $10 and get you a backup thumb drive. You need a i3 processor or a AMD 8 processor that works at least at 2 gigahertz. If you don't have one that works that fast, you're going to have trouble being in TaskStream and Blackboard at the same time. Working on school system computers, sometimes it blocks your emails. Sometimes it wipes and won't let you send attachments. Sometimes it won't let you get on TaskStream or Blackboard. School system computers are generally the bane of my existence. So if you can get you one, or if you've got one and you've got a good one. Now, when I talk about how fast it works, that's very important. So when you go to buy one, you can get one for $300 that's got, got all you need. So if you go to buy one, they've got one on sale for $299. If you can see my screen, click on File Explorer at the bottom, and they'll let you do this and test it out. If you'll click on File Explorer and pop it up, it'll be here in just a second, I'm hoping. Let's see. There it comes. File Explorer. And go to Computer up here at the top and go to Properties. It will tell you how fast it works right there. Processor speed. This is one of my road dogs. This is a $300 deal. I don't carry my good ones on the road with me. This one works at 2.16 gigahertz. It's plenty good enough. And it has 4 gig of RAM. That's all you need. You don't need a $1,000 or $1,200 computer for this program. You need one that at least has 4 gigs of RAM and it works at least 2.0 gigahertz of speed. Doesn't really matter how the hard drive will be. The hard drive will be 1 terabyte or a half of a terabyte, which is 500 megs of RAM of disk storage space. That's all you need. You do not need a monster, but I think it's well worth a $300 investment. And even if you don't do that, at least get you a new thumb drive to save your work on to back it up. You do not want to lose your work. That's one of those things that's just a best practice, is have your own computer to do this work on and or have a thumb drive backup for it. All right. So, all right. So let's talk about TaskStream. In TaskStream, you will have a portfolio and a folio. Portfolio is where you put your evidence artifact work. The folio is where you put your competency work. Now, I know you've covered those two things in your classes. Now, I'm going to put a couple of documents up speaking to your competency folio as to where you can find those competencies. They should have given them in your class. I will put them also here on your internship shell. I will put those 2 documents later today. I was trying to put documents on this morning and it was being a little bit bulky, but I'll get them on today as to where you can find your competencies. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is signing in, logging into TaskStream. Hopefully, Nicole says she can get in. When you log in, you're only going to see one DRF portfolio pop up, and it's going to be a purple box. It says DRF, and it'll say Spring 2017. Mine's coming along here in just a minute. I got to sign in first. Now you're going to see several DRFs on mine because that's all the students that I have scattered through the programs. But yours is just going to say DRF spring 2017 when it loads here in just a second. Everything's slow today. Now here it comes. Yeah. It's going to look like that. That's what your screen's going to look like, that. It won't have all the ones in mine. It's just going to have this one right here. And when you click in it, it's going to have your portfolio for you to add your work. You can do you'll do your competency analysis. Let's see if I got anybody in mine yet. They may have not populated mine yet. Now, mine is going to go across. Yours is going to go up and down because I've got multiple students. But yours, and you can see in MELS 601, the things that are due is all the tasks in the completed app cell, the competency analysis that you click on and you do the competency analysis, and your dispositions. That's what's due this semester. All right, let me change views and we'll look and see what those look like. Okay, so for 601, you'll have a work screen. It'll look like this. This will be your work screen. There'll be little tabs here where you can toggle between your work screen, your comment screen, your scores results screen. This is what your work screen will look like. So those are the things that are due. This is one of my students from last semester who was in 601. These are the things that she did, and you can see they're locked out, which means she completed them. They were submitted for evaluation. All right, for the app cell, it has where she loaded the whole thing on November the 9th, and it had the checklist that went along with it. So this is where you'll submit it. Once each of the tasks has been peer reviewed, and you go to the next task, and when you get all the tasks of the app cell done, and the feedback is from your instructor and from me, you can request comments from me that it's ready to go to evaluation. You will put it here, and it will get evaluated by your evaluator. So now you don't put individual tasks in task stream. You just put the final version in there, one that has all the tasks in it. We no longer require you to put each individual task or component in, which saves you tremendous amount of time, effort, and energy. You just have to put the final one in there. Now, your competency analysis, you will do that toward the end of the semester. Is your self-assessment of how well you did on your assigned 12 competencies this semester. We'll get to your competency folio just in a minute. So there's a place for you to go in here and rate yourself on how well you did. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's going to open up here in a second. Let me see if I can close some things and get it to open up. Let's try. Here it comes. Yeah. So you'll be asked to go in and reflect on how well you did. Now, I believe your instructor has assigned you the first 12 of the competencies for this semester, and you will be asked to rate yourself on how well you did on those 12. Give yourself a score, and then write a reflection on how well that you did. Now, you do not have to do that to the end of the semester. You obviously got to do the competencies first, but that's where that competency analysis is. And then you'll do your dispositions. Now, you can do your dispositions at any time. This basically is your starting point. How do you feel disposition wise like you are now? Dispositions, there's no deliverables. Competencies, you got to do them first before you can reflect on them. Disposition is just, this is a personality disposition. And this is where you're starting at. And let me see if I can open this thing up. So you'll be asked about these things, where you are on these dispositional things, and give yourself at least a 3. I tell mine, give yourself a 5, shoot for the moon. But if you're not at a 5 yet, if you're not, if you're not advanced yet, that's okay in those areas. But you should.
Can I ask you a question, Dr. Lamb?
Yes.
They give yourself a 3 or a 5, or are you just saying where it says unsatisfactory and exceeds expectations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I said it. 5 is generally considered to be exceeds expectation. So
Okay.
give yourself an exceeds. Don't give yourself, if you don't have it now, starting the program, I don't know that we can help you. So don't grade yourself too low.
Gotcha.
All right. Now, if you happen to be an add-on licensure person, do we have any add-ons that are in the 3-semester program? If we do, you will basically do everything in 601 and 602 during your first semester, since you're just in a 3-semester program. So you'll do these 3 things and the APTEL, the second of the evidence artifacts. That'll be the only difference in your screen and the 5-semester people. If you're a 3-semester person, you will have MELS 601 and 2 will be combined for you. That's the only difference. You can see there's no additional competency analysis. There's no additional, just these 2 things right here. Now, you will need to, Kevin, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Can you get in task screen?
Yes, sir. I'm in task screen right
All
now.
right. I'm gonna teach you how to load your competency folder. Okay?
All right. Well, it did just send me out. Let me go back in real quick.
And just put your username and password in, and then stop. Don't go into your DRF box. So the trick about setting up a competency folder is you can't do it from your DRF portfolio. I know that sounds like semantics, but it's very important. So if you'll watch the screen, I'm going to go back out myself. And I'm going to go back out to the first page that I get. Your page is going to look like this. Yours is just going to have Spring 17 on it. When you first log in and all you have is this screen right here, let me know, Kevin.
All right. Let me, I don't know what just happened because now it's telling me login error, but I'm just go back in via the email and the link. And then maybe it'll take me straight back in. Give me 1 second.
That is not how bad.
All right, now it keeps
Get to the screen.
Plug my phone up.
I don't know what's going on, Dr. Lamb, right now, because I was looking at everything that you were showing me. And then when I tried to go back, I don't know what happened from there.
It's I tell folks, if you're working in TaskStream, I wouldn't have anything else up except TaskStream. I get it in TaskStream and Blackboard. You can see how slow mine is today.
Yes,
trying to work all these things, and even if I had my i7 computer that works at 4 gigahertz, it'd still be slow, toggling back and forth between those two. So here's the way that you would go in. Nicole, can you get to this screen?
I'm back in right now, Dr. Lamb.
Back in?
Yes, sir. So you want me to click on the MELS Spring 2017, correct?
No.
Okay.
I want you to be on this screen right here that has the MELS 2017.
Yeah, it says work on a program, and it just has DRF program, MELS 2017.
You see over here, the right-hand side of my screen where it says messages?
Yes, sir.
Does yours have that?
Yes, sir.
Click on it.
Okay.
So I said you cannot go into the DRF. If you do, you'll never find it. Okay, this is the trick. You got to go through messages. And once you go to messages, it's going to give you a list of things that you can download in terms of folio options. All right, one of them should say competency. You won't have this long list that I have, but you should have one there that says competency. Do you have
currently, I have nothing there. It just says there are no messages in this folder.
Okay. That's why I said they haven't loaded it yet, but this is the way you'll go in and get to it.
Okay.
If you look at my screen, you see I've got a bunch of stuff in mine, but down here at the bottom, you see competency template.
Okay.
You potentially have that, hopefully Monday or Tuesday. When you click on it, it's going to take you to a big, long message that doesn't mean anything, but down at the bottom of it, when you roll down, there's a live link that says competencies down here. That's the one we want. We click on it. And now a competency, a red competency folder pops up. Now, it's not live yet. We have to copy it into your TaskStream account. And thankfully, there's a copy button up here to the top right. You click on copy, and it'll ask you, are you sure? Proceed with copying. You won't get that error statement because mine's already there. And then when you click on folios up here at the top left, you'll have a red competency folio where you can click on it now, and it will allow you to add your competencies.
Okay.
Over here on the left, and there they are. So when you click on communication, the first one, it will now provide you a live link board down here at the bottom. You can see that where you can upload it. So what I expect you to do is write me for the first one. Now don't do all, you're going to have to do over the course of this program, you're going to have to do 3 communication competencies. Do not do all 3 of them this semester. Do 1. And then do the first 12, do 1. Because what we're looking for in the competency folio is growth. So for a communication competency in the first semester, we'd expect to see where you emailed your principal to get permission to form your PLC for the app sale. That was your first task to do. We'd expect to see that. And all you'd have to do is write me 3 sentences that said, and then attach a screenshot of that email. You know how to do screenshots. Screenshots is the window button on your keyboard and the print screen key. Press both of those at the same time, and they'll take a snapshot of your screen. That will be loaded automatically into your pictures. You go to pictures from your file manager, open up pictures, and there'll be a folder there that says screenshots, and it'll be there. And that's all and then you attach that as your proof of that competency. You write 2 sentences. You can see the screen. You write 2 sentences. You attach me a picture of that email. Boom, you're done for that competency. So the first time through, we're going to do the very simplest ones just to show you, just to make sure you can use the technology. Okay. Now, second time through, I'm going to have to see more than a picture of an email. I'd like to see something like where you did a parent group for communication that second time through. And then the third time through, if there's an email, you better be the webmaster. Kind of understand the progression of competency. Again, first time through, 2 sentences, something quick and easy. It can be from your evidence artifacts, the app cell, or it can be from open-ended competencies from what you're doing as an intern at your school. There are 2 documents. You should have been given those in your class. If you weren't, I'm going to post them on the board that tells you where you can find your competencies. One is for open-ended. Another is from evidence artifacts. I will put them on our intern board. I could not load them this morning, but I will load them this afternoon. They will be there to show you where to get those. So when you go to TaskStream, you go to your DRF portfolio for your evidence artifact work. You click on the top up here under folios to go to your competency folio. But remember, you've got to follow the steps that I just gave you. Go through messages, 2 clicks on competency, copy, yes, copy, and then your competency folio will be there. And then you can start putting competencies in there. Toward the end of the semester, you go over to your DRF portfolio and you do your competency analysis on how well you think you did on those 12 things you uploaded for me. And you reflect on them there. Okay? So this is how you load your competencies, and this is where you put your evidence artifact work. And so my job is to answer questions and help you with both competency and with your evidence artifact work. Your instructor will give you some support, but they have a lot of class material to cover with you. It's my job to cover the other material with you. These are the things that will be submitted for your licensure. This is what the state of North Carolina requires. DPI requires for you to get your license is a competency folio and a evidence artifact DRF portfolio are the 2 things that will electronically transmit to Raleigh at the end of your program for them to submit your license. That's why we do that. It's really simple. Those are the things. So that means you will not take a test at the end of this program, the old ISLIC test, nor the praxis. Now, if you want to get certified outside of North Carolina, say, for example, you'd like to get certified in South Carolina. We have some South Carolina people in this program. You'll still do your DRF portfolio, evidence artifact portfolio, and your competency folio, and you'll get certified in North Carolina, and then you will take the praxis in order to get certified in South Carolina. But in North Carolina, you will not have to take the praxis if you just want North Carolina certification. But it's not an option. You can't say, well, I don't want to do these folios and portfolio and folio. I'd prefer to take the test. Well, that's fine. You just won't get certified in North Carolina. So you got to do this. You got to do these 2 things for certification. This is not a Gardner Webb thing. If it was, it'd be in Blackboard. It's a state thing. That's why it's in TaskStream. All right. Questions about TaskStream or Blackboard? Again, the 2 documents you'll need to find to help you, kind of where's Waldo kind of thing. Where's my competencies? I'll put those 2 documents under 697 and 698 later this afternoon. I will have those 2 documents up for you. I believe they've been given to you in your classes, but I won't assume that. I will make sure that you've got them where you can find your evidence, where you can find your competency proofs to upload into your folder. All right. Everybody understand the process? Your class is going good so far?
So far, so good. I'm just sometimes I'm a little confused about when to submit things and have things done. Would you suggest that we just follow what the calendar says? Because it seems like the calendar has links on by day that it looks like things are due.
Just follow those. Just follow those, and if you have questions, call me or email me.
Okay.
Through those. The good thing for you folks is you don't have to go to TaskStream with your evidence artifact work until all your tasks have been peer reviewed and approved, until you put the whole thing together at the end. And that will save you a lot of time. Now, when it goes at the end, you can request comments again before you submit it for evaluation, and that will allow me to go in and give it one final look, or you can ask me along the way to review it again. Remember, in your Blackboard shell for internship, there's a place where you can go in under the course and link and click on me, and let's go back to that. If you're a 698 add-on, you just click on whatever semester you're in, and there'll be boxes there. If you're a 697 add-on, you do the same thing. You click on the course you're in, MELS 601, and it'll provide you a box that says, AppSell Task 1 for clinical coach review. That comes straight to me, and I will review that. And if you can see my screen, I have mine set up in Blackboard. You notice this little red one up here? I left that up here. That tells me every day when I go to Blackboard, it doesn't send me an email like TaskStream does, but I have it fixed so that it tells me if I've got something that I need to respond to when I go in the morning or later in the day. And all I have to do is click on that, and it tells me where to go and find what's in there that I need to respond to you. So I have mine set up on a notification message board that'll do that for me. Yours should be automatically done that way. Hopefully they have defaulted and done yours that way. So you'll know when something's been added. Today, when I upload the link to this video, you should have another little notification that there's something you can go and look at. If yours is not that way, we'll have to try to figure out how to get that notification turned on for you. But we can use Blackboard to communicate back and forth. We can use email. You can text. You can call. So that's pretty much it. All right. Again, questions. Now, last thing today, visits. As I sent in my email, I need to come out and visit you at your site and make sure that your site mentor, principal / assistant principal has agreed to allow you to do this at your school. That's a state requirement. They have to say yes in person. We have had people falsify that, not only Gardner Webb, other people around the state. So the requirement is that somebody that represents the institution, that would be me, shows up at your school at an appointed time and date and meets with your principal for up to 15 minutes. Now, during that first 15 minutes, you will be there. There's no secrets here. You will be there with me, and they will say, yes, Kevin is a good person. He's going to be in this program, and we will support him. Now, the good thing about your site supervisor / mentor / principal is they don't have to do any TaskStream work anymore. We've taken all that where they don't have to do that, but they do have to allow you access. And so what we're going to talk about, and it won't take more than 15 minutes, is the list of suggested activities for interns that they need to give you access to do, because you won't be able to do your evidence artifacts nor your competencies if they don't give you that level of access. And so I'm there to be your advocate. Let Kevin do these things, and drop a card by and let them know that if they have a problem, issues, or whatever. And we do have some issues from time to time with interns that they can call me, and I'll come and we'll work it out. Again, I'm your advocate. Now, after that 15 minutes with the principal, we're going to sit down. Now, I told you in the email, somewhere between 60 and 75 minutes. That's just an estimate. That's a range. There's variance in intelligence. I know how smart I am, but I'm not sure about you yet. So that 60 to 75 leaves me a range. If you're kind of slow, it'll take 75. If you're on call, we can get done in 60 or less. So I'm assuming a normal distribution of intelligence ranges here. So I'm guessing we can do it between 60 and 75 minutes. And what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to cover what I covered today, but make sure that your TaskStream account works, make sure Blackboard works, that you can get everywhere you need to, that your folio is loaded. We're going to do all that. Then I'm going to quickly see where you are on your tasks in the AppSell. I'm going to see how far you've gotten along on those, and kind of gauge where you are and what support you might need. The best way to get out of a swamp is not to get into it. I said that to say this: the best way to stay caught up is not get behind. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but the first semester is critical. You can't get behind. If you get behind the first semester, you'll be behind the rest of the way, and then you'll have a box on your screen that says 699. Again, you have a 697 internship shell or a 698 if you're an add-on. You don't want a 699 shell on your screen. 699 means you didn't finish on time, and you have to continue to go and pay for internship after you've finished your coursework if you want to finish. It's not as expensive as the other semesters. It ranges from $520 to $720, but it's just, it's more time, effort if you don't get through on time. So we do have a program for folks who don't get finished in the allotted time. but you have to pay, and it's not at all fun. So you have to deal with me on a weekly basis. So that would be not to your benefit to do that. So if we get started off the right way, now y'all can't let me down. I've had over 500 interns over the last 7 years. All of mine get through, all ALL, one way or the other. So, some of them think, well, when I go to 699, thankfully I'll have somebody else. That old big ugly bald-headed man won't be beating on me all the time. No, that's what the big ugly bald-headed man does. I do all 699s. So if you had somebody else and didn't get through, then you belong to me in 699. One way or the other, I'm gonna get you through. That's what this role and what my job is to get you through, to be your support system. And I take it seriously. Again, this is not a part-time job for me. I am a full-time professor. I teach regular courses. I teach weekend courses in the doctoral program. I teach night classes in the MELS program. I consult. I train all the new online people. So I am actually on lines Monday nights and Thursday nights with 2 other 601 classes with Dr. Bowen and Dr. Stedman. I will be in Fayetteville. Let's shift gears into scheduling. I will be in, where will I be tomorrow? Tomorrow morning, I'll be in Durham. Tomorrow evening, I'll be in Fayetteville. If you're near the Fayetteville area and you know where Fayetteville Christian School is, I'll be there at 5 p.m. tomorrow if you want to see me in person.
In Durham, what time would you be in Durham?
Pardon?
What time would you be in Durham?
11 o'clock, I'm going to be in Durham at 11, and then I'll be available elsewhere at about 12:30. I can be somewhere else at 12:30 tomorrow if you want to schedule your site visit. Now, I'd like to see your principal if I come there.
Well, our plan to start is about 11:38, and it's over at 1:32. So it's probably a 45-minute drive from Durham, so I don't know.
Where are you?
Greensboro, North Carolina.
You're in Greensboro. Probably be best not to try to do that tomorrow then. I don't know if I can get there before your time. But yeah. Looking at my schedule, I'll be on main campus. I'll be in Columbia, South Carolina on Wednesday. Thursday, I will be and Friday, I could probably be in Greensboro either. What time would we be able to start?
About 11:45 would be perfect.
11:45, all right. What about 11:45 on Wednesday the 8th in Greensboro?
That'll be fine. We're actually at the same school, Dr. Lamb.
I've paired those, so that would be perfect. If I could see y'all at 11:45 on Wednesday the 8th in Greensboro. Where are y'all in Greensboro? What school?
Allen.
I'm sorry?
Allen Middle School.
Allen Middle School. Okay. All right. So at 11:45, we'll go ahead. Y'all send me an email confirming with the address so that I can link that to my GPS.
You can add me for that.
Wednesday the 8th would be great for me.
Would you be able to add me that day as well? I'm at High Point. In High Point.
Yep, I can see you in High Point because I'll be on my way back to Charlotte for class that night. Can I see you at about like 2:30?
I can be seen at any time.
Okay. All right, let's do maybe 2 o'clock.
Okay, that's fine.
2 p.m. that day in High Point. That would be great because I'll be heading back that way. I'll be coming back down that way, down 85, heading back towards Charlotte because I've got class at 4:45. And so I can see you at 2 and be out there by 3:30, they'll put me right back in town right on time. That'd be
Okay.
great. I like to
Okay.
get as many in a day as I can get. So I can get you 3 all in that one day. That's Wednesday the 8th. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
Dr. Lamb, and I'm not sure if this will work with Miss Watkins. Would it be too late to get our groups adjusted? Like Miss Schamberger and myself, we work together, and I don't know if Miss Watkins and her group, if they're all like in High Point or in the surrounding area. But would this be something I need to take over Dr. Todd?
Yes. Yeah. She might could adjust your groups, but now don't tell her I said she had to. She's a little woman, but she's
All right.
I've been married a long time, and I know better than to speak for a lady.
There you go.
Now I've had that lesson enforced on me too many times, so I won't speak too loud. But yes, it would be appropriate to ask her if she could change your groups. That would be fine.
All right, thank you.
All right. So now for those who are going to be listening to this online, it's just as easy as what we just went through to schedule visits. You find the time. I'm sitting here looking at my calendar. You email me with some times. I'm pretty booked up between now and the end of the week of the 10th, but I've got times in there. So to that end, let me look and see if I've got I could catch somebody early. No, I've got a 10 o'clock in Ashburn. No. I might catch somebody late in the Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro area on Monday the 6th. That's Monday week. I could catch somebody early in the Greensboro, Winston, Statesville area because I'm going to Mount Airy on the Tuesday the 7th. I'll have to be there right after lunch. I'm booked up on the 8th. The 9th, I'm open all day on Thursday the 9th. That'd be a good day for people who are listening. I'm available I can go anywhere that day. I'm available on the 13th to go anywhere. The 15th, I can go pretty much anywhere as long as I can get there in the morning and be back to Charlotte by 5. Thursday the 16th, I'm available to go anywhere. Friday the 17th, I'm available to go anywhere. That next week I'm pretty open, so I've got a lot of squeeze. I can squeeze you in the next 2 weeks, but then after that it's pretty much open. But I'd like to get everybody seen. Gosh, I'd like to get done by about the 17th, if at all possible. If we have to go to the end of the month, and it's not me, I travel all the time, but I don't want you to get behind. I'm giving you priority times up front to get you on time. I've already seen most of them. I'm seeing my 605s first, people who are graduating this semester, to make sure we're going over everything one last time with them. And so I've already been visiting them for the last 2 weeks. I'm about through with them. And so now I'm giving you priority times over the 602s, 3s, and 4s because we got to get you started. And then I'll start squeezing them in March. But I'd like to get all of y'all at least by the end of this month, sooner if possible. So those who are going to be listening, let's make sure that you get to me as soon as you can. Call me, email me. Let's get started off on the right foot, and I'll give you all the support that you need. I'll probably give you more than you want. All right.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I see my hour is up. I limit myself. I had to buy a professional account in Zoom because I go longer than 45 minutes. I just get warmed up at 45, but I'll restrict myself to 60 minutes today. I see my time is up. I've enjoyed talking with all of you. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on the 8th. That'll be great. And if you have anybody else that belongs to me, tell them to get in touch with me and get started. And if you come across other interns in your classes that if they haven't heard from their clinical coach this week, let me know on their behalf. They can always email me. I'll get on it immediately.
Okay.
I supervise all interns. So my expectation is that everybody should have heard from their coach by now. And if they hadn't this week in class time, you let me know. All right. Okay. Y'all have a good afternoon. I'll see you on the team.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Let me go back here. And